Hey guys, I'm Becky from Book Bite Reviews and welcome to another reading vlog. Today is Thursday, March 25th. I am unsure when this vlog will end. Hopefully once I finish these books, but I'm hoping that will happen before the 1st because I also have another book to read for a different vlog before the 1st, so here's to hoping I can wrap all this up by this weekend. So first, let's talk about the books that I want to read in this vlog, and then I have some book updates. So the first book that I will be reading in this vlog, and hopefully finishing in this vlog, is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I can never remember her first name. I only have a little bit left. This is the large print edition, so I just have this little bit left. I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue on with the series. I'm just ready for this book to be over, kind of, and it's just not exactly what it was at the beginning, and it took a really long time to get here, and I just feel like there's been so much in this book that could have been cut out. And I also feel like this is still an adult book that I don't fully connect and relate to on an adult level. Like this still feels like a little bit higher above like my realm of experience and expertise within life, and the core reason of why I don't read a whole lot of adult books. But it's still interesting. I don't foresee it getting less than 3 stars by the end. This next one is one that I want to start and finish, and I can guarantee that it will happen in this vlog, and that is Fangs by Sarah Andersen. This is a really cool graphic novel that I heard about from Books with Chloe, and it just sounds really interesting and really good. So it's about a vampire. It's very funny, but in a very like sarcastic and dry way, and I'm here for it. It also, I've heard, like doesn't really have like a plot, but I'm super cool with that. The thing is, I don't know if you guys can tell, but let me try to get out of frame. It has like a cloth cover. Hopefully you can tell that. And then it also has black sprayed edges, which is just absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited to get into this. I hope that it's amazing. I've heard great things from everyone I've talked to about it, so very excited about this. And then the last one, I'm hoping to at least start it in this vlog. It would be great to also finish it, but I don't know. And that is my book club book, which is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. The book club is not this coming up Sunday, but the following Sunday. It's Easter Sunday on accident. I didn't realize that it was a holiday. I would have just canceled book club for that month. But we found out too late, and everybody wants to just keep it on the same day. So here we are. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. This will be my second Tiffany D. Jackson book. I picked it just because of how much I loved Allegedly, and I really want to read more of her books, so this was my way to kind of force it and make sure that it happens. I'm really interested in this, and it sounds like it's going to be just as great and thrilling as Allegedly. So this book is about a girl whose best friend Monday doesn't show up for the first day of school, and they are basically inseparable. They've been best friends ever since they were little. They don't do anything without each other, and I'm pretty sure they're also like outcasts. So those are the books that I'm hoping to read this weekend. It's a big ask with me being at work, but I'm hoping it will happen because I'm very excited about this one. Fangs will take a second to read. Hopefully I can read that today. And then Discovery of Witches, I can hopefully just like knock out before I go to bed each night or something. It just needs to be over. So now on to the reading updates. I'm sure you guys know how excited I was to read this book. I found out about it when I was looking for like wintry themed thrillers. I thought that this book was like pretty much everything I've ever wanted all in one book. It's like mystery, thriller, serial killer, true crime, paranormal, government, dystopian, like it's a whole lot of stuff wrapped up into one, and the beginning was very strong. It was very interesting, and I'm sure there's going to be more interesting parts throughout it. However, I have decided to DNF this book. I got to page 111 and this book just isn't shaping up to be what I thought it was. So when I originally read the description and it talks about this girl who, you know, was kidnapped at a young age by the serial rapist and the serial killer, this couple who is raising her to become like them for the future, and then finally escapes them when the police save her. Her father uses her to like make books and movies on her experience in order to make money. She's just a cash cow. She escapes from him, and now she's just trying to live an anonymous, normal life. And what I thought was the government somehow injects her with this drug where she's able to track down serial killers. It is that, but it's not. So it's not the government. I don't know why I was under that impression, but it's a private corporation. I don't necessarily know if it's like to track down serial killers or if it's just to make you basically invincible and use it as like a weapon, like a biochemical weapon. I won't tell you how it happens, but the company pretends to be somebody that our main character ends up trusting. They tell her that this drug is something else, and then they put her in a situation where this guy who has been stalking her and wanting her to become like the female version of her adoptive mom, the woman who kidnapped her, wants to be like her, that version to him. So he would rape women and she would dispose of them. So they trap her by like putting him in her home after giving her this experimental drug and seeing like, have we finally cracked it? Did we get it right? And it turns out she's the only one who's lived since this drug has been in creation, so they think they finally got it right. And it just, it seems a little bit more like science fiction, and I'm not into that. I wish I would have known that, and I would have just like never wasted so much time on like wanting and trying to read this book and then finally reading 100 pages of it. So it's being DNF'd after trying to read it since December. It's gonna be DNF'd, and I'm done with it. And then the other book news I have is for Christmas, which my best friend made us some gifts. I have a group of 3 friends, including myself, that we always, like, every holiday get each other stuff. And my one friend, she was making us stuff, which turned out to be an amazing, amazing blanket. I will try to remember to show you at some point in this vlog. And we also wanted to get each other a book. So I have just recently gotten my Christmas present from her because she just got way too swamped with deciding to make everyone in her family something for Christmas. So we finally got our Christmas presents now, and my book was The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Bowley. Ugh, you guys, this book is so amazing. I'm so happy to have a finished copy. I will say that I'm really sad that it's the Reese's Book Club copy because this is not a sticker. This is a permanent fixture, which sucks, but the cover is absolutely stunning. This book is absolutely amazing, and I'm just so happy to have a finished copy of this book. It's so, so good. But if you haven't yet, this book just came out this month, and it's absolutely fantastic. Just please pick up this book. So now, I need to go to work. I have been on the clock for about 45 minutes, probably, at least. 50 minutes. So I need to actually go and do some work. I have a lot of stuff to do today, and I have to work till 7. I'm working 11 to 7 today. Alright, so I am just doing some work. I'm currently running our library chat service, so if you go on our website, you can click the chat button and somebody will help you during our business hours. And so while I'm sitting here waiting for someone to chat me, I figured I would go ahead and start Fangs. And when I was getting out my work computer, I also realized I do also have Strange Planet to read as well, so I think I'm also going to try to get to this today. Hopefully I can also test out my Bookish Box candle, because thankfully you guys are so helpful in the comments. I had 2 of you guys comment on my Bookish Box unboxing and tell me how to use the candle carousel. I don't know why I never thought to put it on top of the candle. Whatever. We're gonna test it out. It's gonna hopefully be great. already love this book. So, I'm like 5 pages into it. So what's happening is our main character's in a bar, and she's talking to this woman who asks her, does she prefer cats or dogs? And she's like, dogs. And that, for some reason, gets the attention of this guy. So then he comes over and starts talking to her. He's like, how old are you? She's like, 300, but my body's 26. And he's like, all right, that works. And it's like, wait, what? And then it turns out that he is a werewolf. And so, of course, she, like, is all over him because, like, he understands what it's like to be a paranormal. She asks him, if you speak to wolves, can you also speak to dogs? And he's like, yeah. And it's just a scene. Oh my god, let me show you this. It's a scene of him telling a dog that they're a disgrace. Like, I just see him whisper, like, you're a disgrace. Ow. Oh my god, this book is gonna be excellent. So I have just finished it. It took me like 7 minutes. I thought it was going to take me a lot longer, but it's actually very like short and sweet. Some of them are just pictures, and I really liked this. This was really, really good. I really liked the jokes that it had inside of it for both vampires and werewolves, and I just thought this is so cute. I think that their romance is also really adorable, and yeah. There's not a whole lot in this, but it was absolutely fantastic. And I just think it's crazy that this is also the same author as the Sarah Scribbles series, which I am a huge fan of and can't wait for another one of those to come out. But now I know that pretty much anything she writes, I will love. So, yay. That one is done. I think I will pick up Strange Planet right now, since I still have a couple minutes left until I need to get ready for my event. So let's do this one now. Okay, so I need to start getting ready for my meeting, well, my event. But I did start Strange Planet. So far it is really hilarious. I'm really enjoying it. I didn't know exactly how it was going to play out because it is a bunch of the little webcomics that you see all the time. But they have sectioned it off into, like, this one's about kids and then the next one's about friendship. So it's all, like, themed, but still, like, little short webcomics. And I'm just having a great time. So I'm going to go back to work now and we will finish it tonight, and yeah, I'll update you then. Hey guys, it is Friday. I'm home from work. I've been home for quite a while, but now I'm updating you. My husband went out to go get us some food from Dairy Queen. I got a strawberry milkshake. I'm really excited about it. I've never had a milkshake from Dairy Queen, but I'm guessing it's going to be supreme. But while I'm waiting for him to get home, I did finish Strange Planet. This was really cute. It was really funny. I like how it's aliens and they use like strange words to describe things, but at the same time it kind of takes a lot of brain power to get through it because I have to figure out what they're talking about. They talk about in one that they got injured from a two-wheel foot pusher, and I was trying to figure out what could be a two-wheeled foot pusher, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a scooter. It's a bike, but it could be a scooter. Scooters have 2 wheels and you push them with your foot, but I guess you only push it with one. Maybe that'd be like a 2-wheeled 1-foot pusher. Yeah, so I feel like my brain kind of hurts, even though this is like a very simple and funny webcomic collection. It just uses a lot of brain power to figure out what they're talking about. So this is now complete. I haven't made any progress on my other 2 books, but I'm hoping tonight that I can finish Discovery of Witches. Fingers crossed, but I'm very, very tired, so I don't know. And then hopefully at least start the next book. That would be ideal. But I just want to update you that I have finished that and that I have plans to read more. And now I'm just going to wait for my husband to get home with the delicious food. I can't wait. One last thing, in case you haven't heard, which I don't know how you haven't, if you haven't heard, because at least my Instagram and the people that I follow, it's all over the place. But Sarah J. Maas announced today that A Court of Thorns and Roses is going to be a TV show. I cannot wait. That's going to be the best thing ever. I mean, hopefully. If they mess it up, I'll be so upset. And I really don't know, like, how it's gonna play out. Like, is it gonna be exactly like the book, or are they gonna try to do something different? How is it gonna work? How are we going to love Tamlin and then hate him? I'm very excited. I hope that it's done really well. I hope that they work with the author, and I'm just very excited. I would also go upstairs and try out the candle carousel with you guys now that I know how to work it, but I have a snuggle buddy, so can't move. So sorry about that. Hey guys, so it is Saturday night, and by night I mean it's like 11 o'clock. After work, I decided to take a nap after dinner, and it's now 11, so whoops. But I do have some things to update you guys on. I'm going to go ahead and take off my glasses because I feel like the camera is going to start going out of focus because I don't have the proper lighting. So we're just going to deal with this face. First, I mentioned earlier that I figured out how to use the candle carousel, so I'm going to get that going while I talk, and then hopefully you guys will see it, and I'll show you like a zoomed in one once I'm done talking to you. I'm going to burn the Resand candle from the January box. It smells like kind of like vanilla, and it says it's bergamot and spiced honey, so it just feels very like baked goods, and that's what I'm in the mood for. So I think it's going good. It takes a little bit of balancing, but yeah, so that's going. I don't know if you can really see it, but I will zoom in. So let's talk about some reading updates. So there is something that I ended up reading on Friday at work that I totally forgot to update you guys on when I updated you yesterday. And that is the fact that I was sent a PDF version of Azriel's Point of View bonus chapter in the Books A Million A Court of Silver Flames edition. There is somebody I follow on Instagram who is asking, like, can somebody please tell me where I can read this bonus chapter, because I need it in my life. And I've been feeling the same way. Like, I just don't feel complete without being able to read that chapter because I was anticipating it so hard, and the fact that they sold out, I'm like, I'm sure at some point I'll be able to read it, so I'll be okay. But I commented and was like, same, if you find out, let me know. And so she sent me the link that someone sent her of somebody like photocopied the pages and put it on their Google Drive as a PDF. So I read that at work and was like, it's not that long. I think it's like maybe 7 pages or something. But it still got a little steamy. And I'm so confused on how to feel about him and Elaine. So the entire chapter is just his point of view, and honestly I think the next book is going to feature Azriel, because why, I mean, other than, you know, just to give us a POV of someone that we love, but why else put that chapter in there at the end? So I think the next book is going to follow him. I would guess him and Elaine, but I honestly don't know if they're going to be together. So I definitely think that they get along really well, but I don't know if they're meant to be for each other because, you know, according to Cauldron and the goddess, she's supposed to be with Lucian. So it did hint that maybe something with him and Gwen will happen, which I'm also really here for. Yeah, I just don't know if it's going to be a dual point of view like A Court of Silver Flames, because if it is, then I feel like it's going to have to be between him and whoever he ends up being mated to, because if it's him and Elaine's POV, then maybe they will end up getting together, but if not, then it's going to be kind of weird for them to share a book when they are going in totally separate directions. You know what I mean? I just hope the next book is like all Azriel, and then maybe we'll get like him and his mate in a dual POV in the future, because I really liked how it worked out in A Court of Silver Flames with having Nesta and Cassian. It was so good. It was totally worth the 7 pages and the blushing at work to read it, but it was so interesting, and I'm just I don't know what this means, and I just need Azriel to find somebody and be happy. Then, my other reading update is, last night, I finished A Discovery of Witches! It's over! So, I will say, at the beginning, I really expected, like, I went into this book expecting 4 or 5 stars. Then, while reading it, it started to feel like a 3-star, just because this book is so long. Like, I really truly feel, even now that I finished it, there was a whole lot in here that didn't need to be in here. And there's other areas that did need a bit more explaining that didn't get it. So I feel like the attention was focused on the wrong things in this book sometimes. But now that I have finished it, I have decided to go ahead and give it 4 out of 5 stars. I really think it took an interesting turn by the end. I will say that the romance is very insta-love. I mean, they've only known each other for like a couple weeks. I think at one point near the end they mentioned like, you've only known him for a month, and I'm like, oh my god, it's only been a month and all of this has happened. Like, this giant book happened in a month. That's wild. That's absolutely wild to think about, but it's true. Like, if you pay attention to the time, like, it really does, you know, day by day, we get, you know, every day for 30 days an account of what's going on. And I think that that's why this book felt so long and kind of tedious at times. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the end, which is why it bumped up to a 4-star, because it got really, really interesting. And those things happen just so quickly. And there's other things I don't think I fully understand. I don't know, I just feel like things happened a little too easily in some places, and it should have been like more drawn out. And I really need to figure out how to watch the show. The only way that I have figured out is like by paying for or getting a free trial of like Sundance or something, but I need to do more research, because I do think I will really, really enjoy the show, maybe more than the book, which I know is like, some people think that's terrible, but for some books that's just true. This is done, thank God. I'm so happy that this book is over, which is another reason it doesn't have 5 stars. So as for what I'm picking up next, so today at work I wanted something to read. I should have picked up the book club book, but I didn't. I decided to pick up She Smells the Dead by E.J. Stevens. So it's a book I've always wanted to read. I have read their adult series, the Ivy Granger paranormal psychic detective series, which I love that series. Really, really enjoy that. So I decided to start that at work, because it's only like 120 some pages long, or maybe 160 some pages long. And I have to say, I'm pretty sure that this is EJ's first book, and you can tell. So I'm not like fully loving it. I'm enjoying it enough, and I kind of want to just finish it to, you know, finally say that I did read this book that I've been wanting to read for a very, very long time. As for this weekend, and by this weekend I mean the last 30 minutes of this day and then tomorrow, I'm going to be starting Monday's Not Coming. I think that that's everything I wanted to update you guys on. But yeah, I'm gonna go get in bed and hopefully do some reading, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is Sunday afternoon, and I have a little bit to update you guys on. So for one, last night I did start Monday's Not Coming. I got to page 70, so not a whole lot of progress, but this book is very, very interesting. I am trying not to like predict things or look too far into things because of how allegedly turned out. But so far it's very, very interesting. It goes back and forth between before Monday disappeared and after she disappeared. While sometimes it can be very confusing, to me it's not confusing because then I get to kind of know Monday and also care about her and wonder what happened, and also look for any red flags of what could lead to what eventually happens to Monday. But so far I'm super invested in this book. I would have read a whole lot more if I didn't feel so terrible last night. So let's talk about that because I'm still definitely feeling it and it's terrible. So what I also forgot to mention yesterday when I checked in with you is that I did go for my second COVID vaccine yesterday. And I have heard, like, if the first shot was easy breezy, the second shot isn't going to be, and then vice versa. And my first shot was pretty easy breezy. I had some, like, pain in the injection site, but that was it. And after, like, 2 or 3 days, it was gone. This time, though, it is day 2. The pain is fine. Like, I can move my arm, like, no problem. There's no tightness or tension or anything in my arm. And it's just, like, slight like sensitivity in my arm, like when you press on the injection site. However, since last night I have been exhibiting flu-like symptoms. So I have body chills, severe body aches, like my skin is so sensitive. I have a headache, I'm so tired, I'm out of breath, and it, like last night it was just really, really bad because I was like absolutely freezing when it was so hot in the house to my husband. And I was in so much physical uncomfort with like the body aches and the body chills that I just ended up, just like crying and waking up my husband to be like, you need to help me because like I can't handle this right now. So I'm still feeling the same thing today, which is not fun. I've been taking ibuprofen. I need to drink some water. That is something that I have not done yet, is drink some water. I normally don't drink water, so I do need to drink some water, but yeah, it sucks, but supposedly COVID is worse, and at least I have my taste buds, so that's good. But it really stinks. So I only got to page 70 just because at that point is when I really started to feel the side effects and then couldn't keep going. Like I just wanted to go to sleep, and then that was really hard to do because of all my symptoms. So today I woke up still feeling pretty crummy, but I've been actively taking the ibuprofen, so it hasn't been too bad. And since my birthday is on Tuesday, my husband decided to surprise me with a trip to Books A Million. So we did do that this morning, and then I've just been like relaxing and hanging out because I still feel really sucky. Like, luckily the body chills has kind of gone away, but the body aches hasn't 100% gone away. It's just like dimmed. It's not as bad when I'm not taking the ibuprofen, but yeah, I'm going to start reading more of this. But before I do, I wanted to do a little haul with you guys because my husband went a little insane and he bought me way too much stuff at Books A Million. Way too much stuff, like so much that I'm uncomfortable with the amount of money that we spent, but it's too late. So I have not one, oh god, not two, which is too heavy to even lift, but 3 bags of stuff. So let me unbag it all and then I will show you what I got. So I guess let's start with the non-bookish items. So first up is Nightmare Before Christmas, Monopoly. Now, I do not love Monopoly. It is my husband's favorite board game, and since they had a Nightmare Before Christmas one, my husband was like, we have to buy this because then you will finally play Monopoly with me. So we did get this. This was definitely a splurge and not something that I necessarily wanted to spend the money on, but my husband really wanted to buy it. And, I want to enjoy his favorite game too. So I figured that this would be a version that I will play because the entire board is Nightmare Before Christmas inspired, and then the people that you can be are all characters from Nightmare Before Christmas. So I figured how fun, why not? So we did buy that. This next item was also something that definitely didn't need to be bought. I'm super thrilled that I got it though. Like, I showed my husband, was like, wow, look at this. And he just grabbed it and was like, we're buying it. It doesn't matter the price, we're buying it. And I'm really like, oh my god, I can't believe that we bought this. I can't believe we spent money on this. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I love it so much. So that is a giant Nightmare Before Christmas pop Funko. Like, look at the size of that. So it's got Jack and it has Zero, and then in Jack's hand he has the little rib bone that he breaks off himself and throws to Zero in the woods. And I saw it and was like, look at this, that's so crazy, it's huge. And he's just like, yep, we're buying it for your birthday, it's done. So the bookmark I got was from The Shining, which is a Stephen King book and movie. Now, I have never read the book. I have seen the movie. I enjoy it. But I really like the bookmark, and it's not super, like, obvious of what it's inspired by, so I figured why not buy it. So it's a velvet string bookmark, so it'll just, like, lay in the book. On one end, it has a little typewriter, and then on the other end, it has this little, like, stick that says, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy," which is a quote from The Shining. So now let's talk about the books. I feel kind of bad because all the books I bought are books that I've already read, but as you guys know, that's what I usually do. I don't like spending money on books I haven't read yet, because what if I don't like them? It's hard. So all the books I ended up buying, I have read. I wanted to pick up a couple that I was like pretty sure that I would really love, but I really didn't see anything that I've been excited for. So whatever. But this is something else that I've been wanting to buy, but I'm like, I read it. It's a big splurge item. I don't know. And that is the collector's copy of A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is the slipcase. Like, look at how gorgeous it is with the gold foiling. It has a little ribbon that you pull to pull out this beautiful book. So the front of it is all gold foiled with Feyre on the front, and then on the back is the wolf that she ends up killing and going to the spring court. So very, very beautiful. I've been wanting this for a very, ooh, like look at it, it's gold on the insides for the end papers. I've been wanting this, and I was like, you know what, let's just splurge and do it. And then the last item that I bought, which is the item that I was looking for and couldn't find, is A Court of Frost and Starlight. Now, I'm kind of mad at myself. So for Black Friday, the Bookish Box did a pre-order for the cover that matches the other books for this one, and I decided not to buy it because the dust jacket was $18. This book is regular $18, so I would be basically paying double for this book, and it was before I read it. So I was like, everyone kind of hates this book. I've heard bad things about it. I don't think I should buy it because it's gonna be a waste. But I ended up really loving it, and I want it in my collection because I feel like it does play a pretty integral role. Even though it's a, like, novella, it still has information in here that you kind of need in order to like really understand the rest of the books, at least the next book. So I really wanted it, and they had it on sale for $5, you guys. So I was like, how can I pass that up? And as you can see, it's in like pretty much perfect condition. Like, I'm sure somebody was wanting to just like get it off their shelf. The dust jacket's in a little bit, like, it has some wear and tear. You know, you can see like this is kind of messed up, and on this end you can see just like, you know, it's just an old dust jacket. So I decided to go ahead and buy it because it's only $6, and they do not, on the Bookish Box, still have the dust jackets because I immediately went on and tried to buy it. It's gone, but I'm hoping they'll do it again, or we'll have some extra copies once the pre-orders come in. So, I mean, the actual one itself is in pristine condition, so I figure I'll probably just get rid of this and keep it blank for now, and then hope that I can get a matching dust jacket at some point. I should have bought it. I'm so mad at myself. But now I have it in my collection and I'm very happy about it because I'm sure I will reread it at some point. So that is everything that I bought. That's my little birthday haul. I am gonna go downstairs and start listening to more of Monday's Not Coming. Again, really enjoying it so far, so hopefully I can finish it very soon. I'm hoping to get it done by Tuesday when this vlog will end, so yeah. Hey guys, it is Monday night. I wanted to update you because I've got an update, a reading update. First I'm gonna take off my glasses because it'll help with the glare. So first of all, as I'm sure you guys can tell, I'm feeling so much better. So my symptoms from my second COVID vaccine seem to have gone away. I'm still like tired and have a headache, but that's also something I'm used to. So that could just be a regular Monday. I also stayed up way too late last night reading, which could also contribute to it, but my body aches and chills have gone away. I haven't felt nauseous all day. It's been really great. I feel a lot better. So I did read a big chunk of Monday's Not Coming. I am now on page 312, so I think I have like 100 and some pages left. This book is so good. Like, Tiffany D. Jackson is amazing as an author, and I know that I already said that and felt that was fact after Allegedly, but now reading another book of hers and still being like blown away with her writing and her writing style. She is definitely a auto-buy, auto-read author now. Like, this is so good. It is definitely a darker story. Not only like coming of age topics and like a friend being missing, which she feels in her gut like something's wrong and that her friend is missing, but everyone is trying to convince her, including her own father, that maybe what's going on is that Monday just doesn't want to be her friend anymore. And I feel like she's getting gaslit a lot because she's a child and people don't listen to children. Like, they don't get the same rights as adults do. So it's very interesting in that aspect. But there is a scene where she goes to the police and basically says, like, I think my friend is missing, but I don't have any hardcore proof. Nobody has seen her, but her mom claims that she's with her dad. Her sister claims that she's with her aunt. A social worker claims that she saw Monday at the house. Like, but I think something's going on, because they're like, oh, you want to file a missing persons report, or you're claiming that your friend is missing. And she's like, well, yes and no. Like, I just want somebody to look into it because nobody believes me. And then this like senior officer overhears it and takes her over to this wall of missing posters and is like, most of these are runaways, but some of them are real missing children, and by you coming in here and making false allegations, you're taking away resources from this. Like, this girl knows something is going on, and that's why, like, and I also just got done watching the Netflix documentary, The Trial of Gabriel Rodriguez. So like, already I'm like, this is why we need to look into things. This is why we need to take calls seriously. But it's like, we also know that Monday is going to end up dead, and how are these officers going to feel when they may have been able to prevent it, because she might still be alive right now. I'm just very excited to see how this book ends and what exactly is going on. Hey guys, it is Wednesday night and it is finally time to close out this vlog. So on Tuesday morning, because it was after midnight, I did finish Monday's Not Coming like I told you guys I was going to try to do. I read majority of it before midnight and then finished the last however many pages it was after midnight, but I did finish it and it was so good, you guys. So this book is definitely getting 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, Tiffany D. Jackson is an auto-buy, auto-read author for me, and it was absolutely fantastic. Now, I did mention to you guys that I didn't really know where the story was going, that I had some feelings, but I didn't know if they were correct because of the twists that happen in Allegedly. And there were still twists in this book, not exactly what happens in Allegedly, so some of the things that I was assuming were correct. However, there is still a twist that I didn't see coming, and I feel like if I would have physically read it, like I said to you guys, of like keeping timelines straight, I might have picked up on it, but I don't know. So there is that. That's all I'll say about it, because I don't want to spoil anything. I definitely think you should check this out, and literally everything by Tiffany T. Jackson. I will definitely be picking up everything else that she has written and everything in the future, so very excited about that. So I know that it is Wednesday night, and I said that I did finish this Monday night / Tuesday morning, like I told you guys I would. However, Tuesday was my birthday. I'm now 29 years old, and I spent the day first working, which was another crazy day at work. It was like Monday part 2. It was as if we had a Groundhog's Day. And then when I came home from work, I was catching up on birthday wishes and calling back family members. And then me and my husband had a really great night together. He made me some homemade fettuccine alfredo, which he makes for me on special occasions. And it was an overall really great night. So I didn't pick up anything else to read. I haven't started anything yet either. And I didn't come on an update just because I wanted to just relax and spend the day. But alright guys, I think that's everything that I have for you. If you've made it to the end of this video, go ahead and comment a green heart. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Keep reading, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!
People say be madly in love, in love. People say because I'm madly, madly, madly. People say be madly in love, in love.